Bye-bye.
Come on then, take a seat and let me tell you a story. I grew up in an old house, far away from the bustling city. Life was simple, quiet, and for the most part I liked it that way. Though there were times where I longed for adventure, to live a little. Unknown to my younger self, however, one of the most exciting periods of my life, one full of mystery and inquisition, was the time a small family of friends moved into the mansion. Unbeknownst to the rest of us, at least at first. Our tale begins with some little rats, napping in a pile of laundry.
Hello?
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 Is this Louis Vuitton? Oh, no. That's Ralph on that one, too. Oh, hello there.
Sorry. I can't stop yawning.
Quite comfy. Good sleep. I don't know if we've been properly introduced yet.
Yeah, hey. I'm Sniff. It's kind of ironic because I have a really poor sense of smell for a rat, so.
Oh, well, that's fair enough. Hello there. I'm Echo. Cheese to meet you.
Cheese to meet you too, pal.
Is
our buddy up there okay, or is he just a really deep slumber?
Probably just, I don't know, maybe like sleeping.
Yo.
Sorting some technical things out.
Hello?
Hello?
Oh, hello there.
Hi. Oh,
good
okay.
morning. Oh my god. Oh.
He just jump over me.
I just woke up. I don't have much control over my my legs.
You seem pretty out of it.
So what is this place again, huh?
I don't really remember.
The laundry room.
I remember like a storm, and then I remember like.
Wait.
I don't know.
There's little shirt things. We should steal one.
Can we?
Sure.
I think
but
so.
only if it's a nice brand.
I don't think they have my size.
I mean, there might be some like Louis Vuitton in here.
Oh my god. I didn't know you guys were those types of rats.
What, the finest of rats? Can you
not
not see? Do you not see how dapper I am?
Yeah, okay, buddy. And where did you come from then?
It's none of your business.
It honestly looks like you like came from a boat. Were you a boat rat?
I don't like water. Okay.
Don't like you don't like. Yeah, you look like a sailor.
I cannot reach this shirt for my life.
It seems like we're down in the basement, though. I feel like we should probably not be here.
I mean, I don't know about you guys, but I only got a little bit of food, and I would like to find some more if possible.
Oh, you're right. I have like 6 pieces of bread. Okay, that's not good at all.
One sec.
They might have like a kitchen around here.
There's a chest over here.
Wait, I want one of these shirts. This is like a souvenir. 1 second.
Oh gosh, I'm gonna be honest. I'm not used to climbing these older.
Oh wait, yeah, you got this.
I'm trying.
It's alright. It's the morning.
Oh, I did it.
Oh, there you go. Look in here.
Oh, a nugget.
I don't know if
do we take?
Takes your fancy. I mean, I think we can, right?
I don't mind some wool. Here, I'll save some stuff for
yeah.
Oppo?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Hi.
that's
Where'd you go?
okay.
Look, I'm on
Wait.
the line.
Oh,
Oh.
how did you get up there?
I pranced
Oh.
around like a rat, and now I'm up. Here, look.
Like a rat?
Yeah, come
Are
up
you
here,
not
right?
one?
Like a rat.
Wait, how did you?
Like a rat does, you know?
Oh.
You gotta jump.
Oh,
There you go.
There you go.
okay.
So if we just go along the lines, I think I'm grabbing the green one because it will match my red, and I'll be a Christmas.
Wait, we
rat.
could take these?
Yeah, how do
I
you...
don't think they'll mind, right?
Who's
Can we?
they?
The people that live here. Do you you really think this
I don't
fits us?
know.
We
I haven't
gotta,
seen
like,
them.
I'm sorry. Wait, people?
Have you never been to a house before? Where did you come from? Are you a wood rat?
How did you...
Yeah, I've been living in the woods for the past year and a
You've been
half.
living in the
Oh,
woods.
oh no.
Oh, don't look at me like that. I don't need
No,
your.
I mean,
don't need. I don't need that look.
No,
I
no,
get
no,
that
it's
look from
fine.
you posh rats all the time.
Look, I'm not looking down on you. Just it's gonna be dangerous here.
Yeah.
I'll be fine. I'm sure of it.
Lived in a
Okay.
cabin for a bit. It was nice. People were cool.
I don't even
Didn't,
want to
like-
talk about where I came from.
Where did you come from?
No, I just said I don't want to talk about it. There's a chest over here. We left some stuff for you in this chest. Come get your stuff.
Wait, where's the
okay?
chest? Wait, there's another one over there. Oh,
Ow! Oh my gosh!
Oh, you got in my way.
No, I see how it is. Just really hate the wood rats. It's fine. It's fine.
No,
I get it.
I'm fine with the wood rats. I'm a wood rat myself that's lived in a cabin for a while, you know?
Get your wood rat yourself lived in a
Oh.
cabin self down to this chest.
Oh,
There we go.
There's
Yeah, I've been
Ooh,
trying
nugget.
to tell you.
I'm taking these nuggets. I think I read all that matches. I can maybe make like a bigger cloak
Look.
or something.
You said you wanted one of those. There you go.
Yes.
All right. So how the hell do we get out of here?
I mean, I
Kinda,
think I see a door over here.
A door?
guys.
Yeah, I want to see. Can you work
out?
out this door? You know, I think it matches your eyes.
Thank you.
I'm just surprised it
I'm a
fit down to
very-
your size.
Earthy toned. I ripped off a piece. It's fine. Isn't that this? I think this is the door I like came from.
Yeah.
I got in here.
But it's
I don't
closed
remember
now.
anything. I don't remember getting in here. If I'm being
I
honest.
don't remember. Were you like?
Question is, how do
we?
we?
Were just like really tired.
How do we get out?
I mean,
Can you-
I want to see if you can work this out. As you know, as your first test as a wood rat in a home for the first time.
Ah.
Oh, well,
I mean, there's a
It's
button,
not like
but-
that.
Okay, I think if we get up to that trap door thing.
Oh,
How do we?
oh gosh.
Okay. No, this is just not working out. I don't think we can get. I don't think we can get through this.
How do we? Oh.
Well, there's
Another
another chest right
another
here.
chest. Akko.
Wait.
Wait. Oh, let me see.
Ooh. Ooh, green.
You like green?
I love green. It's such a good color.
Purple.
It's so good.
Is there
Oh,
like
I got
a pipe or something we can?
red.
Wait. What's back here?
Did not realize that was.
Wait, you have to crouch to get down here?
Oh, how'd you guys?
Imagine.
Oh, you're really tiny.
Well, yeah.
Look, I'm just a well-fed rat. Wait, what
You're
about?
saying I was like malnourished as a kid?
No, I'm just saying it's very
no,
obvious that
no.
your parents didn't let you watch
drank my
SpongeBob.
milk. I drank my.
Oh, come on. There's got to be some way out of here. I don't want to be stuck in here with these guys forever.
Okay. Listen,
What's
I
wrong
don't
with
want to be
that?
stuck in here with you too.
Ow! I'm just saying.
Okay, fine. Wait. I think there might be something up here that we can get out through.
Oh, yeah, wait.
Look.
Might be a little hard though. That looks really high up.
Wait. Oh, in the corner. Oh, no,
No,
I don't.
over here.
I don't know.
Like up this,
I don't know
up
about
this
that.
shaft.
Oh.
Wait,
Yeah, over here. Wait, where's
Wait.
Sniff? Sniff.
wait. Up there?
Oh.
Ow. Sorry. I took a bit of
Ow.
a fall there. You want us to go up the vent?
We gotta go up. Yeah, I think so. There's like these doors that are open like for
No.
us. This is lit. This is
I don't think I can get up there, but... What? How did you do that?
I am proficient at
Wait, what?
being cool.
doubt that.
There you go. Oh, there you go.
There you go. There you go.
Okay, then where to? Oh my gosh.
Oh. Is that possible?
Oh yeah, by the way, my name's Ratpo.
Oh,
Apple
Ratpo?
for short. Yeah,
Okay, well, look. Hi.
Oh, look
good
at
job.
You go.
Wait.
You're a fast learner.
Wait, and then what's this? Oh no.
Oh.
Should we just maybe go higher or?
Oh.
Oh. What?
People are getting trapped.
Oh no.
It's
Do we-
fine.
Do we want to help them?
I mean, we could.
I have
They're
no
trapped
clue
in a
where the blue room
We gotta find-
is.
I mean, well, do you guys know either of those?
I don't know where the blue
Those
room
rats?
is.
Oh no. Okay. It seems like they have 7 minutes. So, let's drop
I'm
down
sure-
real quick.
Okay.
Hug
You
the
think-
walls.
Were they
though,
with
hug the
anyone
walls.
that's gonna help them? Okay.
I don't know.
Good.
Here, if it's a blue room, maybe we should look for something that is blue. You know?
I mean, I hope the blue room is blue. Oh,
Look.
Oh.
there's a
Wait, what?
pipe here.
What?
Or
Is
something.
this a burrow? Oh.
Ooh.
little burrow.
A previous rat might have done this.
Do we
Oh,
wanna
God.
Go down? Maybe it leads to the blue room. We can help them.
I think.
I don't.
Okay,
It looks.
Well, it looks like another rat is helping them. We don't
Okay, let's-
we don't have to worry about it. Okay.
The question is, where's the bathroom?
Oh,
Wait,
wait.
are
Do you guys
those
see?
Wait.
Those,
people
those
over
rats?
there?
OMG!
Wait. They're
Wait,
not
be
people.
careful, be careful. There's
Oh,
like,
oh,
you gotta stay by the wall.
Oh God! Hello.
Hi.
Hello?
Nice to meet you. Did you lose your shirt?
I don't. Shirts just restrict movement, man. Okay, like you gotta have the
Yeah.
range of motion.
Yeah, sure.
I found this guy who likes garbage.
Which is your
Oh yeah, so
Oh.
nice to meet you. By the
Gosh,
way, I'm
we
new
are
here.
so
My name
different.
is.
We-
Sounds kind
Uh,
of vicious.
Fellows. Okay. Yeah.
He's
I
not.
don't know
He's
if I-
not
I don't know
my
if I know
favorite.
about that. Yeah, that sounds a little bit. I might stay away.
But that's, I don't
Oh.
need to say my title. We've only just met.
hi-
What is
hello
Ollie
there.
short
Over
for?
there.
That's so
Oh,
funny.
You know, it's
Ollie
fine.
Look, do you guys see where the kitchen is? I'm starving.
Oh, okay.
I have no idea. What?
Oh,
You have to
consider
call me
shortening
Ollie,
it
though.
to Ollie
We
the
have
garbage
some.
rat, 'cause then
We
we
can-
could have
we could
the
go-
twins.
Yeah,
You know,
I might go in the
I have some
other
food. Do you want some food? I have
direction.
some. I have some bread. A
Oh.
little crumb of bread
I also-
Thank you.
that I found on
I
the
don't know
floor.
if it's because I'm
little-
bigger or
a
if I'm from the
morsel.
woods, but I just think I'm just constantly hungry, man.
You're from the woods?
Yeah.
That's crazy. Do you know
Yeah.
what's in the
They-
woods? What kind of animals are in the woods?
So you got like badgers, you got like woodchucks,
Do they
you
need a
got like
lawyer?
fish,
They're real?
you got
I heard someone's been in
bugs.
prison. Do they need a lawyer?
No.
What?
Who?
What's a
How many
lawyer?
people have been?
Are you telling me there's a criminal amongst us?
No, a
Among
rat.
us?
A rat.
There might
One
be.
of a rat has. Just kidding. Everything's fine.
You're very
Who's that
tall,
guy
sir.
over there?
Yeah, yeah.
They're not as strong as rat
So
bones.
you don't smoke cigar rats.
That's really. I'll give you a laugh button for
Fine.
that. You're
Fancy
really
man,
funny.
you. Is there an
Yeah.
office around here?
But no, I don't smoke.
I
don't know.
I would like to find one
Probably.
too.
An office?
Where are
Yeah.
we
Yeah,
need
An
to.
office.
I'm in
There's
search
some-
for some paper.
I'm going for
I
a.
would
I'm
gosh.
going-
love some
uh,
paper too. I'm actually a
Candy
poet.
ones, candy ones.
God, my throat
Hey, hey, hey,
hurts.
hey, hey! Are you hurting this guy? Are you hurting this? Are you hurting this
Oh my
man?
God, you're
I'm
tall.
getting hurt by.
You're a
this-
big
this
rat,
savage.
aren't
Oh,
Are
wait,
you-
Never mind. I don't want to go over there.
Yeah,
Never mind.
I'm a big rat, buddy. Keep that in mind next time you try and hurt my
rules, huh?
laundry. Yeah.
Oh my god.
Is there a fight going on?
Sorry, he was asking if I was a chain
no.
smoker, and I was just saying that I eat garbage.
That's fine. I just see you don't need to hurt him.
Like this.
No, obviously, no. Sorry, I get a bit scrappy. You have to. I've been talking to my friend about how I fight off cougars in the garbage for the garbage, and yeah, you sort of have to fight for your life out there.
Why are you so tall?
I
they're both
ate a lot
quite
of
tall.
cheese. I ate
They
a lot
are
of cheese,
both
and
really
then
tall.
Oh, you found
You
cheese,
guys are
huh?
tall rats.
It's been a long time since
Yeah.
I found cheese.
Is there something wrong with being a tall
okay.
rat?
Hey, on you,
Yeah,
huh?
no.
you got
Could
knee
you
pockets.
just stay
You just-
away from
I-
me? Could you just?
You intimidate me a little bit. You know,
a couple meters, like.
I don't know meters. I'm
when
a
you're
rat.
that tall, I.
Squeakers, I know. You
Last
know.
time you-
Yeah, maybe that's a good thing.
Bath.
Oh well.
Why is it bad?
I don't like. Okay.
Look, don't worry. Look, you don't have to be intimidated by me. I'm just a big guy.
Have you met fish in real life?
Trust water like you guys.
Yes.
Too many family
I
members
don't-
died. Flushed
Are
away
they
the
are they nice?
and Accho.
They're kind of stupid, but
Oh.
Wait, look,
Okay.
there's like
I read about fish once. I saw fish. I saw like
you
a
read
dead
about.
fish.
You can read.
Well, yeah, I saw like it was like a picture of a fish, and I was like, oh, that's
Wait.
a
Oh,
fish.
they're going. Come on, come on.
Where are they going?
I'm staying away. There's a person. I'm staying away. I don't know about.
Wait, there's a person?
there's a dude
Apparently.
over
Yeah,
there.
we saw him. He's over there.
Well, why are we
Wait.
going over there then?
I just want to peek.
We gotta find the kitchen.
I
Right?
want
Oh.
to see
Is
him.
anybody here?
I've seen loads of
large
people in my
place.
time. Or
Yeah, I'm sure
This
you
is
have.
nothing like my
I have.
small city apartment.
You should have seen loads of.
I'm sorry.
shirts, too.
City apartment?
Yeah. You know, big city lawyer, big corporate
the shirt is
law.
a functional choice.
A city.
Oh gosh!
Oh, there's a person. There's a person.
It's one of the hunters. It's one of the hunters.
What?
That's a hunter. That's what we call. That's what we call
You
them.
come from a city.
You
You have
mean a
more
human.
people there.
No, they're
just a
hunters.
human.
They've got the.
Hello?
Yeah, around
Oh,
here,
What?
we're
Hello?
in their
Hi?
space.
Hello?
What? Okay.
Hello. Just as a heads up, there are people by the kitchen. The maid
Oh,
and
of course, right where there's
some blonde fellas
food.
there as well.
The ball is coming!
Is what?
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 Where?
What?
Assume hiding
Where?
positions.
Assume hiding
Oh.
position.
What is the hiding positions?
Oh, where am I?
Oh
Where
God.
are we hiding?
Oh, there's a.
We're quite.
Come here, shirt.
Oh.
Oh, there's a place to hide.
Oh, you know what? I'm going down.
Where you? Oh, okay.
Son, I am.
Okay.
Yes, is that
Where are you going?
It's fine in here.
Whoa.
It's a nice little burrow.
This is
Oh
fine.
gosh, this is a little bit hard to
Light.
navigate.
I'm sure it's fine.
Just come through here. I think. There we go.
They can hear me, but they can't find me.
Hello?
Hello. Hi.
Oh, what the?
I made a grave
Hi.
mistake.
This is like a whole maze.
I do not like water unless it's in a bathtub.
Oh.
Hello, anyone here?
I'm good.
I don't
Guys?
think we're quite acquainted yet.
Oh my
Oh.
god.
This is a
I
mess.
love this.
Or not.
Look,
Either
I
of
was
you.
just trying to get
Uh,
to the attic. to
sorry.
get
Hi,
away
hi
from
there.
these
Hi.
humans.
Hi. Ratcho or Acco.
Is this right game? Oh.
Hello?
Oh, jeez. Where does this take me?
Oh.
Dead end. Dead end. Go back. Go back. Go back.
Oh God. Oh God. Oh God.
It's not that scary.
I'm just not used to quite so many
remember where I
rats
came
being
from.
around. Oh,
Okay. Is there like an exit here or something?
going?
Because
Yeah.
My
How do I get out? I don't know. I'm just kind of exploring.
I'm
getting
a
horrible
Hey, how's
Oh,
it going?
jeez.
How do we get out of here? Hey, we found the exit.
I don't think
Where
we
is
can
it?
get
Where is
out
it?
of there.
You're standing
Oh.
underneath it.
Oh, we
There's
all
definitely
just.
a way out of here. If you stop shoving me, then maybe I can get in.
But you meet someone one time and they hit you.
Ow! 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 Oh my God!
Listen.
Single file! Single file!
Yeah. I got it. I'm out.
The way out here?
No.
I'll punch you. I didn't do anything.
What's going on?
Okay, wait.
Can we go
Wait.
through here?
Give me a. Give me.
It's the only way. No way. No, it's not. Don't lie.
Okay.
Not this way.
Okay, wait. One person at a time.
Oh.
Are you going up the hole?
We're trying to.
Okay.
Oh!
Oh.
And then
What the?
Wait. Everybody step back. One person at a
Okay,
time. One
okay,
person at a time.
Come on.
Make a
Go on, okay.
civilized
Get one of the
along.
tall
Olive
ones.
first.
Get one of the tall ones so
Oh,
you can
Me
reach.
first? Okay.
oh yeah. Oh wait. What?
You gotta line yourself up first.
I feel like I'm a
Oh,
Of course, leave the city rat to do it first.
This is fine. This is natural selection in action.
I hear they make boba out of our eyes, but
Oh,
those
God.
tapioca
Oh,
puffs.
Jesus. I
Oh.
almost had it.
All right,
You
wait,
should
wait,
go
wait.
up there. There is something up
This
there.
isn't the way out.
Wait, what?
No, there's something
This
out there.
can't
It's
be.
right.
That looks good.
Wait. Oh, I'm so close.
What do you see?
There's a
What's
way
your
out, but I don't think we
I
can get
saw
out this
the
way.
rapidly approach
We're
it.
all wet eyes. We
I
all see
don't.
the
I don't
same
think we can
thing.
get out that way.
Really?
I think we've got to
Apple,
reevaluate.
which way do we leave?
There's
I'm
some
pretty sure I've
water.
explored every route so far, and all the water routes are just dead ends. Bit of an
Oh,
issue.
I
gosh.
swim in it. Oh, I'm swimming.
Oh, wait, was there an exit
my
just there?
fur is wet.
Wait, Eloise. Eloise.
Oh, come on. Retrace my steps. Oh, no. Not drowning today, sir. Oh, come on. Wait, I remember this.
Wait, did you guys get out?
Hello?
Yeah, there's like
Still?
two. Yeah, there's like three.
How did you
She's
guys
just
get up? I don't
staring.
even.
You have to like crouch and then yeah, you go. Be
Yeah, there
careful.
you go.
Okay, I'm just gonna sneak my way around.
You
That's a
think
good
that's?
idea.
I'm gonna watch
Oh
you
my
do
God!
that.
There's a whole person there.
Yeah. Just be careful, you know.
Don't let them see you. They
vanished into thin air.
Okay.
Yeah, they seem to do
Wait, there's
that.
more rats over there.
I'll follow you.
Okay.
If you want to.
Wait, no, the rest don't know how to get out. I have to go help them.
No, it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Every rat for themselves.
Hello.
You know.
Guys, there's a bunch of rats trapped in this tunnel.
No, we don't. There's no point. There's no reason to go down there.
Oh
no.
Do you need help?
Hi.
Hey, how you doing?
Hey, yeah, I'm okay. How about you?
Is it a little bit unsafe down there?
It's not unsafe.
You know what? That's
just
it. I gotta go get the
a
other rats. I can't just
maze.
let them sit there.
We're going down.
And then it was this way, I think?
Wait.
No.
No, it's this way, would it not be?
I don't know. They're all just sitting there trying to get out.
Hello? Hello? Hi.
How long have you been in here?
Let's move back. I just got here.
Wait, how did you guys get out here?
Oh yeah, it works.
Use the chisel.
It works.
All right, the coast is clear. The coast is clear. Come out.
I can't get out!
I can't. There's so many rats.
I want to give me the chisel. Can I do something with it?
There's so many rats!
Come on, you can do it. I believe.
Stop jumping.
Who are you?
Stop jumping.
Wait. Someone go first. Someone go first.
I'm trying to.
They're
I'm
all
trying to
getting out that
chisel.
way.
I'm trying to chisel.
Oh, wait.
Oh,
Hey, listen.
You guys realize that was such an
Fresh air is
easy
really
exit
good.
of the
Oh my
side.
god, that's terrifying.
I don't want to be around this house anymore.
Of course I can.
Go on then.
One thing I don't know where it is.
Right, follow me.
Hello.
Well, a loft is
who are
typically
you?
up.
Yeah, you can go up.
You know
off,
that,
let's do
right?
it.
Yeah.
We're going up.
Climb the wall.
Shouldn't we go going down to the exit?
No,
We're going up.
Up to the. We need to go up to an attic.
Wait, what's the
safer
goal
place.
here?
Hi.
You have a shower?
Yeah, no, it's because I'm
Everyone's
strong.
split up.
Yeah, it's because Becca's strong. Beth don't need a shirt. Range of motion.
You're a very pretty rat.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. Am I from a good line of rats?
Yeah?
Sorry. Did you need food?
No, I've got some more, but I'm really hungry like all the time.
I'm trying to find.
They don't like it when you
Well, we
do
can't go to the
something like
kitchen.
that once.
Just
It's not
trying
good.
out.
All right,
Just doing a little
the
something,
other
something.
rats keep talking about going up. I don't know what that
We need
means.
to go up to the attic.
How do we go up?
The attic is a safe
What's
place.
an attic?
Stairs.
come with me.
Upstairs.
Wasn't
Wait,
there stairs?
Over here.
Wait, where?
Back through the vent thing.
Stop tinkering.
Back
Is
through
that-
the
is that
vent?
like- Is that like...
Yeah.
I fixed it. Let's go.
I think
Wait,
maybe
can
we
we-
can go upstairs through it.
Oh God, can we even make that climb? I don't think we can.
Oh.
Where are we? Are we trying to leave?
How did you make that? I'm sorry. I think
help.
I don't know how to help.
I'm sliding down.
You gotta come back up.
Okay, it's fine. It's fine.
I'll wait here for you. The others already left though.
Here, it's okay. You can go if you want. I'm gonna try to get up here somehow.
Oh gosh. Okay. Going by myself, always a fun thing to do.
Did we?
Stairs are that way.
Wait,
We all run that
Stairs?
Yeah.
Stairs?
Hold on.
Up? Loft?
Yeah, that way.
Oh,
What's a
let's
stair?
Go.
I am. I'm strong.
I
could do it. I bet I could, but I'm not going to.
You're built like a twig.
What?
What?
That's actually a compliment in Rat World.
Wait. This is Is there any food up here?
Oh, food.
I have some food if you need it.
Nom nom nom.
Why is this table so hard to get up?
Take their mug of.
Oh, sorry.
You got a whole mug.
Holy wait, guys, how many humans live in this house? Why are there so many chairs?
Wait, guys, look at there's a thing up here.
What's up here?
Wait. Ooh, okay. Ah! Ow! Oh my god, my foot! Hello? Oh.
It fell off the walls.
You guys left me. I was so scared.
A big man chased me. I found his shulker shell.
His
It doesn't have the
what?
snail still in it.
We are sitting ducks right now. We gotta go.
Should we
Yeah,
go?
yeah,
Let's
yeah.
try to-
No,
Where's-
we're rats. We're rats.
We're sitting
Okay.
rats.
Let's get out of here.
Let's go this
What's
way.
a duck?
Upstairs is where I found
Jenny.
the big man.
I found candles.
Oh, come on. There's gotta be some stairs around here.
Over here.
Over here? Over where?
I swear we can somehow get through this.
Guys, you know
Yeah,
these
that's
are
true.
guys,
You're a very
these are-
perceptive man.
Do you guys know where the stairs are?
That they can see. They're gonna know.
I can show you the stairs. Come with me.
No, don't worry. I took it from the storage room.
I don't know if I trust you, New Yorker out. I'm sorry.
I've seen a lot of this house already. Oh
Hello?
my
I'm trying to get up.
Lack of trust. That's it.
You gotta climb.
Come on, Jimmy. Let me show you.
What the heck is this?
Up higher.
I'll go with you. Hold on.
Oh. Oh, okay.
Like over here.
Oh!
You gotta make sure you're like fully replenished.
Gosh darn.
I don't know if you can do
No.
it.
Oh
I don't
shoot,
know if
I'm
you can get
hungry.
up there.
I think you can. I'm doing it.
What? There's stairs the other
Guys,
way. I'm
help.
pretty sure.
Wait, lead us to the stairs.
I'm in the
farm
laundry
boy.
room.
Okay, I passed them. I think they're this way.
Let's go to the stairs.
Okay.
Wait, I can't get up now.
Guys, I'm in the laundry
You
room.
can
Who
yes,
else?
you can get up. Can you not? Wait.
Wait, okay.
There you
Whew. Where did they go? Oh, I'm so hungry all the time. Oh my god.
You're covered in
What are you
dirt. You
Yeah,
look like
mine-
that trash rat.
I prefer being outside in the fields. I get a little stressy when I'm inside.
Oh,
for
you're
too
a
long.
Oh, I've never
Field
been.
rat.
I've never
I
been in
also
the
like being
fields.
outside.
Let's climb up these stairs.
This is
Yo,
slow.
this is quite laborious, actually.
Oh, wait, one second,
Got
guys. I
little
need some more
size.
food.
That's your name now, farm boy.
Farm boy?
Yeah.
Farm
Wouldn't
boy.
you like to know, weatherman?
Is this the last set of stairs?
Farm boy.
Just asking.
Human,
Hey.
human.
It's fine.
It's fine. We've dealt with him for a while. He's
Okay,
upstairs a
okay.
lot. Wait, if I
Wait.
go ring this bell, what happens?
What's over here?
Don't ring the bell.
We already
There's
rang
some
the bell once.
wires.
Boring. Just rings a bell.
There's some wires back here. Looks kind of
I
yummy.
don't know if we should, like, choose.
We
Do
gotta
you
go
think
the
it's
other
the other
way.
way?
I
we
did
gotta
that
go
one.
But that's where the
It's a
person
good
is, though.
idea.
Hold on, I gotta have some some head music.
Let me. Okay. Well, before we go towards the person,
Oh my goodness.
I have
You're
a few. I have a few words.
You're
if-
Why do you
Fancy.
look like that?
Why are you purple?
Like what?
What did you did
No,
you roll
Dad,
some
I just-
berries?
What is it with you guys and your questions?
Where did I get this
Hello?
from?
I don't see
Oh,
purple rats often.
I'm so hungry. Does anyone have any food?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, you
Here,
will, aren't you?
Here, look.
I'm out of food.
That was a bit.
There you
rude.
Sorry,
go.
what was the thing you were
I
gonna
don't
say?
have much. Oh,
What is
I was gonna
this?
say before we go towards the person,
It's close
Yeah.
enough.
2 doors diverged
Sam
in
in
this
the head.
home, and I took the door less scurried through.
Huh?
What's that mean?
What does scurry
Don't
mean?
go where the people are.
Oh, okay.
Why didn't you just say that?
Yeah,
So-
I
wanna
go where the
literally-
people are.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yes.
But we're
let's
supposed to go what's called up. So
Like,
I
yeah,
think we
there's
need
less
to go
people up.
across to go
That
up.
guy had a monocle.
He
Well, how do we
did.
find up?
Yeah,
he's a
that guy is
posh
here.
rat.
What's
Oh,
in
whoa,
here?
he's here.
Yeah.
That's
Oh,
a toy room.
A toy
For
room?
some reason.
You mean
Yeah,
like?
there's
A toy
Oh, this
room.
is where I was a few minutes
Oh,
ago.
there's always
Oh.
screaming humans in these. I'm okay.
Oh, you're familiar with them?
Oh, come on. There's gotta be some way up
I've
here.
lived in a place similar to this.
Gosh.
Oh. I think we can go up through here.
Well, I don't want to try that. I don't want to fall.
What?
Oh
what?
God,
Oh.
that looks
That's
quite
not-
scary.
That
not
looks like
looking
it
like-
goes down.
Is this
I don't
like
wanna
we
go
what is?
down.
But we could go up.
That doesn't look like the way.
There's gotta be a safer way up, like the stairs we took, even though they were
But-
kind of exhausting.
What's in
Shoot for the
here?
moon and you'll lift on a hefty mound of cheese.
Let's go this way.
Or not.
What way is this way? Oh my God, they're so fast.
How did they get all the way over there?
Where's the bathroom?
Oh.
The loft?
Is there chests?
What's a
Wait, where's the
bathroom?
little rat? Where's the rat that was in
Look,
trash?
follow
You
me,
could use
follow
the
me.
shower.
Oh yeah, true. Split splash.
Splash, splash. He
Oh,
was
I
taking
do
a
know.
bath. Look at you. You're Benson.
Splitting.
You splashing. Wait, you.
Ooh, I went a little bit too far there.
Is this? What?
Hey guys, look, I'm on top of the shower.
Water.
Hello. Under the bath.
Under the butt. Follow me.
Hello?
Wait,
Here?
wasn't there
Yeah,
another
look.
one?
Wait,
Didn't
here?
we have-
Wait,
Yeah,
what's
Sniff-
this?
Sniff is here.
Oh,
Sniff
there,
is here.
Sniff.
Hello. Oh, this looks a little.
Oh.
Secret tunnel.
Well, there's no way down this way.
Secret tunnel.
Oh, God, I can't see anything.
Mountain.
How are you?
It is dark in here. Does anyone have a light?
No.
A torch or some kind of lantern or something?
I've got
No.
Wait, don't you have a candle?
Ah.
Oh,
yeah,
we don't
who's
have
got a
any to light
candle?
it. Okay,
No,
hold on.
we
I'm gonna
lost
try.
We lost our candle buddies. I'm pretty sure.
How'd you guys
Ooh.
get up there?
Oh, this is scary.
This is tricky. This is a tricky.
I can't see
Chicken
much at
Genuinely
all.
Cannot see anything.
Okay, I can see some light up there. I'm gonna try and go up and see if I can find a light to bring you guys.
Okay. Yeah.
Oh, I keep getting stuck in this.
Dang it! I made it.
I'm stuck. I'm stuck in the
You're
cobwebs.
stuck in the cobweb?
You'll
No.
fall. You'll fall down. You'll fall down.
Oh, I just don't like. I don't like spiders.
Oh. Whoa. What? Why are you gasping
out?
at?
Oh, there we go.
What's up? What do you see?
Okay.
Hold on. There's got to be a light somewhere. around
Whoa.
here.
Whoa.
What is this?
This is
We've got to show the others this.
huge.
Are you okay down there?
I just can't see anything.
You're good. If you climb up the way you're going,
Oh, a chest.
then you'll be able to like just jump out without.
Oh, it's empty. What about? Are we sure this is the attic, guys? Are we sure this is the attic?
I think so. It looks like a bunch of storage. Also, I'm Scott. I never introduced myself. Hi.
Yeah, I just knew you as the rat that likes to go in the fields.
Yeah. I
Oh,
like gardening.
I'm Sniff. It's kind of ironic
Oh.
because I can't really smell much.
Oh, your nose is broken?
I don't know if it's broken or if it's just bad. I'm not very good. I can't smell the hunters at all.
Oh. Yeah, only some of them smell really bad though, to be fair.
Are there any things even in these chests?
I found a few things in some, but not. Oh wait, look! I've got torches. Here, do you want one? Look, hold that one.
Oh my gosh, it's so
It's so much
bright.
brighter. If we find Owen, I can give him the other one.
Found a stick.
Over here, where the hole was. Owen, here, I got a torch. Do you need one?
There we go. Thank you. I'm up now. I'm up now.
Okay.
What about the others?
Yes, please. What about the others?
The
Yeah,
others.
we should probably go back, shouldn't we?
Oh, they'll be fine. Don't worry.
How hungry? What?
There's gotta be some food around here. Oh, come on.
I didn't say any such thing.
Okay, well, I'll take your word for it. How hungry are we? I've only got a little bit of bread left.
Oh, I have 17 pork chops if anyone needs any.
Ooh, 17 pork chops!
Yeah, can you share the wealth?
You know, Scott, I know we just met, but suddenly I think you and I are really good friends.
Yeah.
There we go.
Every
okay, we should go
rep
down and get the
themselves,
others.
but Scott.
Except when.
Oh,
Except when
yeah. I'll.
it's me.
I'm for you too.
I'm not leaving the
Oh
others.
my
I'm
God,
going
that is a
down.
big torch.
Okay, yeah, let's go down.
sorry about that.
I'll go down and help.
I had enough trouble.
I
getting
promise
up.
I'm not compensating.
Okay. Wait, I see two people. They're close.
Yeah.
Where did? What? How did the door shut?
I
Huh?
think it's nighttime.
Huh?
What?
There's gotta be another way out of
nighttime.
here. There's gotta be another way out of here.
Hey, who's on the other side of this? Hello?
Hello? Can you hear us?
We found the way to the attic.
We're trapped in the bathroom.
They locked the door.
Oh no.
At nighttime,
Out here, so
at daytime, come to this bathroom on the other side of this wall, and we can lead you in.
How do we?
Yeah.
Is there other ways into
We'll
the
wait till
attic?
Daytime. You gotta wait
No,
till
no, no.
daytime.
There's gotta be other ways into the attic.
I guess.
I mean, maybe, but we can't do anything about it.
No, wait. We could go.
That attic is huge.
Guys, come here. I have
what's up?
something. I was saving it until you two are so far like came to help, and you were the nicest. So like, I want to share this. I have a steak and potatoes dinner.
Oh, I'm allergic to potatoes.
Oh, well, you don't need to eat it if you don't want to.
Who's allergic to potatoes?
Would you rather use another pork chop?
Yeah.
What kind of rat are you?
I don't know. They make my tummy feel weird.
Oh, make tummy go glug glug glug.
Yeah, and then
I guess we're locked in here until
I
daytime.
get the fiery poops.
So you said, can I take a toilet roll?
I guess. Right, don't ask they don't belong to me.
Oh,
well.
sorry. Here you go. No, I didn't. I would never do that.
It's rat size now for when we need to do rat things.
Hey, yo, if you can eat potatoes now and be fine.
Oh, yeah, you're so.
Oh, thanks, guys. I appreciate it.
Whoa, look at this
hey,
painting.
Are they on the other side?
Wait. It's so pretty. I like art.
Daytime.
The bathroom's
Okay.
still locked.
Yeah, it'll open at daytime.
No, there's gotta be another way into the attic.
I guess,
Maybe-
but the
maybe
attic is huge. It would take us forever.
It's better than waiting around. I'm gonna try at least.
Alright, we'll wait here.
Where's she
Okay.
Back up into the attic.
My fleas
back
are
up to the
telling me to
attic.
go into the attic.
She talks to her fleas.
Hey, fleas, how are you doing? Oh, I don't have fleas. Who am I kidding? You guys aren't
Yeah.
fleas.
I don't have
What are they? Yours are little mud clumps.
Yeah, little mud clumps, little dirt.
Some mud that speak to you.
They're just stuck in my fur.
Hello? Oh, no,
hi.
I'm falling.
Hello?
Oh, I'm coming down now.
Oh, I'm trying to
bored.
see if I can find another way out of the attic.
Oh, I could not find one. I explored a little bit.
Well, maybe I'm just built different. Oh gosh. Oh, okay. Hello, fleas? Hello? I guess we are looking for a way out. For the others to come here. There's gotta be one or two, right? Hi. Is this like a cage or something? Wait, I see some of them over here. I'm just saying, there's gotta be another way out. Oh, come on. Finally, you pay attention to us. I'm sorry. I don't want people to think I'm crazy talking to my fleas. I don't think that's a very normal thing around here, you know? Maybe if I just walk the... Maybe if I just walk the perimeter, I can find something? Wait! Oh my god! No way! Oh! Ow! 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 Oh god. Okay, well that's something. What is this, like a plumbing system or something? Oh my god. Oh god. I'm gonna get lost, aren't I? I don't know if I can do this. I'm scared. There's gotta be another way. That doesn't involve that. No? I don't even know how I can get back up now. This doesn't look like I've got much of a choice. Of course I choose the dangerous way. Ooh. Okay, there's one. Oh. Oh. Oh no, 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 no! Ah! Ah! I have no clue where I am now. Great! Great! Looks like there's a hole over there. Oh god. This is what I get. This is what I get, my little fleas, for going to try and help people! Okay. I don't even know where I am anymore. Is this storage? Ooh! Doesn't look like there's much in here for storage, am I right, guys? There's gotta be some way that this... Is this just a hiding spot, maybe? Hello? I'm so hungry. Of course, they choose the biggest rat to go do in the biggest rat tasks. Stupid hunters. Gotta get back up the stairs. Oh, this is so laborious. And then we went this way. Oh god.
Hi.
Hi. There's a bathroom that we can get to that will bring us to.
It shuts.
Oh,
we have to wait till nighttime. It shuts.
God.
It's not in bathroom business hours. No one needs to take a poo in the daytime, apparently.
There's gotta be another way up, though. Surely.
Do you want to try this? Oh no, this doesn't look very viable. Where do you get a torch?
I went to the attic and I found another way in, but it's super dangerous.
Hello? Okay, take me.
Hello?
Hello?
No, don't talk to me.
Oh my god! Oh, it is the bathroom open?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh!
Well, in a way, I chewed through it.
What?
Oh, lovely.
Listen, technically not meant to, but never mind.
You're allowed to. You're a
door
big
opened
rat.
the door opened while I was in it.
Oh no!
Luckily, the hole is still there.
How do you get into this?
We need to go get the rat.
This way.
Okay, sorry.
Wait, do we gotta go get the other people's? Where's Olive?
Wow. I haven't met her yet.
Do you guys know where the other rats are?
We're trying to find them. The rest of them went up, I think, into the attic.
This place is so big. Is that a candle? Hopefully they won't mind. Hmm. I'm a rat that hears music in my head. Mushroom! Hello? Did everyone leave already? RatsSMP is a kleptomaniac? Look, please, I don't need y'all calling me out like that. Oh, you've got to be freaking kidding me, right over where the bathroom is? Is everyone downstairs? He's literally right next to the entrance. You gotta be freaking kidding me. Maybe there's some stuff I can find in here first. Oh, there's a chest. Oh, I'm so hungry. Is there anything up there that I want? There's so many wires everywhere. Ooh, there's a teddy bear. I kind of want it. Ooh, look at him. Look at him, he's so cute. I don't know how to take him. Oh. Maybe I can't take him? I don't think I can take him. But I'll take the string at least. Maybe that will come in useful. Like, go fishing. If someone does art here, I guess. See if there are holes behind the paintings. Thank you, my little fleas. I would have never guessed that. Where, though, is the question. I don't think there's any holes behind these ones. It's okay, chat. I don't think I could carry that big. Oh my god. Holy shit. So am I just trapped in here? Okay, thank God he's going away. I'm running for my dear life. What's in here? Oh, this is so cute. It's a little tree. I don't know if I was supposed to take that. I do kind of just take everything. I think I might have a problem. I'm not gonna lie. Oh, I just wish there was food. This room is huge. Holy shit. Is that a lever? These are like glass doors of some kind, I think, chat. Is there anything I can... I don't think I can get in there. Maybe I should head back to the attic before, well, you know. Oh, okay. This bathroom right here. Is there anyone even in the attic? It looks like there's some people up there. Alright, let's see if I can get back up here. Not chat, please. I know. It's considered another nickname. Oh, come on. I could do this earlier. I am a Chad rat. Whew. Okay, and then... okay. Okay, and then I think I went like... Okay, oh! I think there's some people over here.
Maybe down.
The trash rat kidnapped her.
Hello?
Maybe that's just... Oh,
Sniff.
no.
Hi.
Oh, gosh, you would not believe what happened.
What happened?
Well, I thought about trying to find another way from the attic in case the bathroom closed again, but then I just found this really scary path that had a lot of jumping involved, and I'm not very good at jumping, so...
Jumping? Oh. I like jumping. Can you show me this path in a bit?
Sure.
They are good at jumping.
If I can remember where to find it.
You see my hops?
You can
Look at
explore
this.
and find it.
Oh, that's true. But it seems like you just got back up here, so maybe rest a little.
Yeah, I mean, have you guys found anything in these chests? I'm starving.
Yeah,
there's a lot. Oh, yeah, here.
Apple cores.
Oh my god.
Right?
Yeah, showered and food. There's a lot up here. I feel like we could just live here forever, not have to do anything.
Yeah, I guess that's a good point.
You can probably steal from the kitchen a bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, if we steal enough stuff to get Lizzie to bake.
Lizzie
Yes.
bakes?
Oh my god, Lizzie could start baking.
Yeah,
Yes.
Lizzie
She was
bakes.
just telling us about it.
I mean, I
gave
guess
her
we
all of
haven't
my
we haven't
iron.
seen any proof of it yet, but
True.
you'd hope so.
She did tell me she was going to bake me a cake.
I mean, she looks pretty
cake?
bakery.
Yeah, I mean, I trust it. I'm just saying.
Do you think we can build up
evidence of it.
here?
Oh,
Maybe.
do we know if there's anyone down near wherever the blue room is that could help?
I think so. I think so.
Are we just trusting? I don't want.
Are we?
You guys want to see something silly that I found?
Yes.
Oh, sure. Let's see. Yeah.
Here, move, Willow.
Oh my god, it's pretty.
That's so pretty.
So,
Is this like where you come from?
yeah, I think that's why I took it. But then again, I also kind of like to take everything that I see. I don't. My fleas tell me I'm a kleptomaniac, but I don't even know what that word means. So.
A kleptomania, madam.
Wait,
what?
you have fleas?
You have fleas?
Don't worry, they're not contagious.
Okay.
Oh.
I
Wait.
think.
Double check.
Are those the little things talking to me through my ears?
Oh, I thought those were just voices.
Oh.
I just called them voices.
I think I got fleas too.
I mean, they're really common where I live, so.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I think everyone I know has voices.
Uh-oh. Well.
Or we're all crazy.
Oh. Yeah, could be. I don't know.
Maybe.
Wait, but you could like live in that little pot probably. Like just.
Wait.
I don't know.
I think you underestimate my size.
Oh.
Oh no.
You have a pretty like tall stature.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah.
Oh.
Okay, Mr. Big Posh Rat.
Sorry. I just had to.
With your little sailor cap.
I'm not a sailor.
You're a
You do kind of
sailor.
look like a sailor.
I'm not a
You literally
sailor.
look like a
It's a
sailor
beret. It's a
admiral.
beret. Do you know what a beret is?
It's not like what the French use. Oh, oui, oui, oui. Oh, ho, ho, ho.
What's a French?
Oui, je parle français.
Ah! It's one of them!
Oh no, he's hot.
Whoa! Hello?
People
Okay, listen,
that
you're not wrong, but hey.
people that speak French, I'm sorry. It's the
I'm not a
language of
person.
love,
Don't
isn't it
accuse me of
not?
that. I'm not a person. Just.
It's literally the language of love. Sorry.
So should I leave? Should I leave you two alone or like?
No.
Actually, wait,
where did
wait,
they?
I don't think I caught your name. I'm Will.
Oh,
I...
hello, Will. I'm Sniff.
Oh.
I want to feel taller than every.
I mean, I don't.
Okay. You guys are just not.
I'm gonna see if I can find some stuff, and then should we start
sounds like a good
building
idea.
or like what do we do?
I mean,
I could probably.
I guess.
guess?
Make, like, little,
claw into stuff.
little rat.
We could work out who.
Do we
who is
live?
living where and.
I mean,
I want to live here. This is.
Wait, are we
trust
roommates?
me.
Are we all roommates?
I don't
Oh my
know.
God.
We're roommates.
Gosh. I've only
have a
ever really lived
landlord?
with. I've never really lived with my parents before, so maybe I.
I mean, it's
Like,
time for you to move out, right?
Up
You
until
seem
now.
Like,
Yeah, I mean, there's like 6 generations of my family where I live. You know.
6
There's
generations.
gonna be a lot going on for you
Yeah,
right now.
there's my sister. There's my uncle. Like George, and then George has got like 6 kids. So then there's all my cousins, and then like my cousin Ruby just had like a litter of 12, which is really good for her, you know. And then
my
like
God.
there's
Oh.
my
Wait, how do you have
granddad
enough
who's
food
really
for that many rats?
oh I don't know, we scavenge in the woods.
Dude.
I don't
just
think I
lived with my
could survive
grandma.
out there.
I really like mushrooms. Do you guys know what mushrooms are?
I think I saw some mushrooms like.
Don't they?
Yeah. Wait. Look. I found this. I
Wait.
found this.
Wait, I watched a
Oh wow, that's pretty.
TV show once, and they they were talking about those. I think
A TV show?
What's a TV?
I used to live in a different place. But
Wait a minute. Were you a pet?
Were you a pet?
What do you? What is that? What does that? What does that mean? No.
Oh, that's why you're so fancy.
Why would I be? Why would I be one of those? What does that even?
How was it living with humans?
No, I
don't
did.
hate you.
Look, I don't want to talk about it.
Did you live in a cage? Sorry.
Oh, I saw one of those. Olive trapped me.
Olive trapped you?
Oliver
Like another rat?
And then they were like, "Oh, I'm your lawyer now, and I'm gonna go to court and fight for you." And fought for me, and then they let me out, and I don't know. They were a good lawyer, but then they asked for lawyer fees or something, and then I ran away. I don't want to pay those.
They were trying to find like a.
Where I live, we establish the means of production and we share everything.
Oh, they do that in
mean?
China.
That was a lot of big words.
I don't know. It's just something my dad says.
You live in Ratasha?
Yeah.
I don't know. Wait, I think I hear some chest opening.
Hello?
Hello?
Hey!
Look at what I found.
What is that?
Nothing.
It's a mushroom.
Mushroom dance.
Mushroom dance. Whatever could it mean?
It means you've lived.
I've lived a life of a lot of sin.
Hello?
Where's that safety rat? Has he turned up yet?
No, I think he's still struggling.
So are we supposed to like do something up here, or can I just like eat everything?
No.
I think we're
don't worry.
planning on like settling here, right?
Oh, and they don't like
got
my
little-
decisions.
What was your decision?
Just want to.
My decisions to share things. They don't like it.
No,
that's
I
a
love
little
this.
bit. That's a
What do
little
you
bit
mean?
misconstrued.
I was just asking where you're from.
Listen, are we gonna live up here?
I mean, it seems like it's
Yeah.
like there's no
Yeah.
humans
Well, okay.
up
Do the hunter people come up here?
Hunter?
Sorry, you guys call them humans. Where I'm from, you know, they're called hunters because we're in the woods and they got the big.
Oh, do they have like the bows and like spears?
I
Like
see.
they shove spears. through
No,
things?
no,
Yeah,
no. They've
shove
got these
spears
things
through
where they
people
like
and
they
things.
they put like powder in it and then it goes. Pow.
Wow.
Ooh,
No.
that's
Yeah,
scary.
we call them humans.
Oh.
That's so scary.
But this looks like big enough for all of us and also safe enough.
Yeah, I don't see anyone else. Like, I don't see people up here.
Well, I think the first thing we need to do is actually like make
back.
tools.
Oh.
I found this one.
What is
What is that?
If I reverse engineer it, it would be pretty easy. I think it's just a stick and some kind of strong thing on the end.
You're back.
Oh, wait.
I made it.
Alpho, yeah, Alpho had a bunch of
made of?
strong
What is that
things.
made of?
Oh, welcome.
Whoa.
Welcome to
Hello.
that attic.
That looks like an
Lizzie
alloy
has
of sorts. What is that?
What is that?
Iron.
Where do you get iron?
Lizzie identified that it was iron. That was the decision.
Sorry.
Yes.
Lizzie, have you
You're
made any
very, you're
cake
very
yet?
punchable, you know.
Welcome back,
I've
Lizzie.
got some cobblestone. Can I make it out of that?
Yeah, I've got
Oh, yeah,
cobblestone.
yeah, I
How do
reckon
How do
so.
I make it?
A stick and a bit. I reckon this one looks like just a stick and a bit of gold.
Are we deciding to
Do
live
we
in
need a
Do you have any
crafting thing?
gold?
Sorry,
Maybe it's
No,
cheese.
just this one. It might be. It's not.
Oh,
Do we need a crafting
valid.
thing to put it in there?
Little taste test. Just could be like, I don't know, some really off cheese or like
Where's that little
strong.
crafty rat?
I could make a crafting apparatus.
We could do without him. No, don't worry.
You can make a crafting apparatus?
Yeah, I got some spruce here.
Oh, can you make a crafting apparatus and we
Oh,
can
I have
make
some
more
spruce
tools?
too.
I think this is what it is, right? Wait, is this prepare for huge thing? Ooh. Oh wait.
Oh,
Oh
Whoa,
my
it is
god.
huge.
that is big.
I got a stick.
I can finally get rid of all these bits in my blooming. There we go. Get rid of all those. Pop those in there.
Oh, I can make an iron chisel.
Yeah.
How do you do that?
I don't have that.
I have an iron shaving.
I have an iron nugget, but
Whoa.
Oh my
no, it's
god.
not.
Why are there so many bits in that
Okay.
one?
Oh yeah. Sorry, that was my.
Oh, I'm
bad.
not done.
Hiya.
No, you're all good.
wait. So
Guys,
should we go
check
looking
this
for
out.
some more?
What you
Iron,
making?
I guess.
I've been hooked.
So big up here.
What you making?
Oh, Apo.
What is this?
Apo, do you have
What's up?
any more iron?
No, I gave it to Lizzie.
Oh.
Oh.
So do we need to go look for more? I guess.
Oh, that is
Can I
true.
go through this?
I did do that.
You good there?
Come on.
Get off,
He's
so cute.
What are you
Oh,
looking
oh, she's gone.
There's gotta be somewhere around here.
There's no food.
No iron either, apparently. Oh, well, that's just bloody useless. Okay. What about this? A carpet? Come on. It's bloody empty. There's nothing around here. Whew. Oh, that's that one weird chest.
Oh, hello?
Hello! This chest is super
hi there.
weird.
Oh my god, what is that thing?
There's nothing in
Have you
these.
got any
No.
iron or gold on you?
No. I'm looking though.
Let me know if you find some spare. I'm gonna need
I got some nuggets, but that's about it.
How many?
Oh shoot, a bunch of torches and some paper. You like paper, right? You're one of those
yes,
rats that can
paper.
write?
Yes.
Okay, here.
I feel like I'm starting to forget some of my poems. I lost my book.
Oh,
Thank you.
wait, here. If you can make a book with that, right?
I think so. I never had to make them myself, but I guess I'll learn.
I used to make them for my dad all the time. He also likes to write, so.
What type of things did you write?
Mostly like recipes and like logs of the farm, but you know. I don't know how to
You
write or
farmed
read.
too? I think there's a farmer.
Yeah, I've
Scott
met him
one.
as
Looks like
Scott. Wait, what's this? Wait, I think this is where we can smelt things.
Maybe Lizzie can use this.
Yeah.
Oh, that's nice. Oh, I can't open this one.
Maybe if we break some of the.
Sure. I mean, I'm learning about this breaking stuff.
If we both break it at the same time, does that help?
I don't know.
Wait, there's something.
I accidentally. I accidentally broke one of the lights, and apparently that means the humans are gonna be mad at us. I don't know.
Wait, so if I do this.
Hello.
Hello. We're trying to look for more iron.
Oh, there you are.
Hi.
Do you have any iron?
I don't know. I'm sorry.
That's okay.
Some
I have
apple
no iron.
cores.
Yeah, I gave all of mine to Lizzie for
I just keep finding a bunch of string. So useless.
Oh, apple cores. Yum.
Apple cores?
Yeah,
Yeah,
they're
there's
mine
some over
though.
here.
Oh wait, no, you can have one.
Piece of paper. What does that mean?
Nothing. This is where I was.
Feathers. There's no iron anywhere.
There's actually none left. I gave all of it.
Hmm. Well, there's some more cobblestone. There's gonna be like a leather for books. I guess I might need some sort of stone, maybe? Ooh. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. Lovely. Oh! Owies! Things I do for this place.
We found a furnace that you might want to use eventually.
Yeah, I found the furnace actually.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Just
Do you have did you find a blast furnace or a normal furnace?
I haven't found a furnace.
Wait a second. If I break this...
Oh.
Oh!
Wow, you're really strong.
No, I'm a big guy, so... But
You're a
the
big guy.
charcoal can be used... The charcoal's important. We can use this to smelt things.
You click that.
I found
Lizzie!
them. I found them. To be fair, you can break anything here, Lizzie. By the way, you could break any of the wood and stuff, and you can grab them.
Oh.
Lizzie!
Okay. Yes. Hello.
Where are you? You're the rat that's got iron, right?
You know what? I just gave a lot of it away.
Did you
but
smelt it?
I can help you with some iron nuggets.
Oh, that would be very helpful. Wait, let me see if I can get up here.
Okay, here you go. I don't need them anymore. I already made
Oh
them.
my gosh. Thank you. I think that's perfect for me.
You're welcome. I'm gonna go use my
Bye,
knife.
safety man. Oh.
Okay, now I gotta find a crafting table again.
God.
I think there was one over here. Or I thought there was one over here. What is this? Ooh, it's bouncy. We're in walls. Isn't that what they're supposed to do? Oh, there's the crafting table. So I think I can do iron shaving and then iron knife, shovel. How do I make a chisel? Is it like... Oh!
Hello?
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 I did it! I made a chisel!
You did it! Wait, let me see.
Look at it.
Oh, I can't see it in your hand.
Oh.
But
well.
I'll believe you, I'll believe you.
Did you make a knife instead of a chisel?
Yeah, I made a knife. Hang on, you have a chisel.
Yeah, that's what we were supposed
Oh,
to
I
make.
made a knife.
I made one.
I did not receive instructions. I
Oh.
gave you both iron.
Well, you can slice cakes better with that.
I smelted it.
Thank you.
Oh,
Yes,
oh.
Do you want this? Wait,
was
where did it go?
for-
I don't know where it went.
So do I just
Uh,
start
you
eating
picked up-
things?
Oh, you picked up the iron, Crow? It was for... I was giving it back to Lizzie because Lizzie gave it to me.
Oh, that's okay. I already have a knife. I'm gonna go
Oh,
test the
you-
knife out. I'll be back.
On who? On...
Well,
If I remember correctly.
And
Or is it...
maybe animals. It said animals. Can I shank
Is
the
it-
cat?
We are rats!
Oh, maybe. Good luck.
Okay, I'll try.
We are rats!
Look... Oh...
This is why I didn't want her to have the iron. I have my reasons, okay? Never doubt me. I'm very smart.
You stole from me, too.
Maybe it's to make a bit bag. Oh, I just took one. And then I do this. Oh! Itty bitty! Hello?
Maybe you should listen to a bit of that. Listen.
Hello?
Hello?
Me and Apple called
Oh,
it.
no, we're gonna get ganged
speaking
up
of,
on.
Speaking
No,
of,
no.
I
Huh?
was just telling Crow about how you share where you come
Human!
from. Crow should... What? Human? What?
Where?
Oh,
Oh, it's gone.
That actually got me.
So do I...
yeah, I actually fell for that. That wasn't
Wait,
like...
so do we... Can I just start eating everything now?
Everything. Ideally, not everything. Leave me be, please. I don't.
Yeah,
I don't. I don't want to.
Can
I don't
eat
want
your
to be.
hair?
No, I don't. No, don't do that. What are you doing?
Just seeing.
Does anyone have any little bits left?
I have none. I have not
I just
used...
got my chisel.
Yeah, I don't know
Oh,
how to
I
use
don't
it.
have one of those yet.
Oh, do you want one?
I think I can make a stone one, but I
Yeah.
need to make more stone. Maybe I can, If I come to the blast furnace, can I heat up? I guess I can't do that here. I need to figure out if there's like a normal furnace or something.
That was a cake knife.
Wait, it is like, oh, it's also
Voice
killing
clips
cats.
you
Oh,
will you will
okay.
hear from Ellie Sheldon.
Hey, have you guys seen a normal
Out of
furnace?
context.
What? Huh?
A normal
Where?
furnace?
Yeah, well, if I see a smoker and I found a blast furnace, but I can't find a normal furnace.
I found a normal
I
furnace
did it.
once.
Oh, where?
That's a good question. It was surrounded by cobblestone. It was like in a chimney.
Oh, is it? Wait. There's one. I think there's one over here.
Oh, it could be over that way. Yeah, that could be it.
Okay, because I think I can make more chisels for people if I just heat up this stone.
Bloody place.
How do we get out the attic?
How do we leave?
This way, this way.
Oh,
Wait,
Lizzie,
follow me.
over here.
Take us.
Okay, I think I can make more chisels for people this way. I do. Ooh. I'm quite the crafter, aren't I? I guess I will take my charcoal. Oi! You!
Oh, hello.
Do
Yes.
you need a chisel?
Yes. Thank you for the chisel. I've got it. I can look.
I've got 3 more, so if you're looking for somebody who needs a chisel, just send them my way, okay?
I'll let them know. I can chisel now.
You!
What?
Do you need a chisel?
Yes,
How did
please.
they get? Did they went downstairs? Did they go downstairs?
Yeah,
I think so.
do you want to know how to get out?
Yes,
do you a favor?
please.
Okay, I'm doing you a favor.
It's near the
Thank
bathroom,
you.
right?
Is it? Are you just telling me I'm doing a favor so I can owe you?
No. What? This way.
Oh, okay.
I feel like we need
thank
to
you.
mark it or something.
Nah.
I'm
You
gonna
wanna go
keep
down?
exploring up here,
Yeah,
honestly.
me too. I'm gonna make a little something.
I talk to my fleas.
Do it. I'll do it in the corner, I think.
I guess the better question is, where do I want to live? Because I could live in the walls, or I could just, like, start destroying everything. Well, okay, let's decide first what materials I'd like to use. I do like these. I think if I press R and I do... Oh!
Oh, I actually don't know how this works.
Oh, I just
How
realized
does this
something.
work?
One sec.
Do I need a bag?
No, you just need to start breaking it.
It's not working. Maybe my rat bind is not right. Wait, what? Isn't looking for you either. Oh, whoa. Okay, that was a lot.
I set it to draw region. I mean, I'm a big guy rat, so I don't know if it just...
Mine's just not.
I got, I have some dark chisel bits now. I've got some stripped oak wood bits. I guess I should figure out where I'd like to live. Maybe in the wall over here would be kind of cute.
It's not letting me.
Are you holding it?
Yeah. Oh, maybe it's because I'm holding a torch?
Yeah, maybe try that.
Let me try over here so I don't mess up your house.
Yeah, no problem. I'm just trying to figure out how I want to build this.
Still, it doesn't work. What? It's just not.
You should be able to just write, like... You should just be able to like click it.
Let me.
Hmm.
Fine, I don't need stupid little chisel bits anyway.
Look up how to make a bag.
Oh, it's gonna be a lot.
I made a bag already.
Oh, wait, what do you need?
You need like a wool. You need one chiseled bit, which I can give you right here. Wait.
Thank you.
And then you need wool. Why wouldn't it let me give it to you?
Oh, I have wool.
Here, I think it gave it to you.
Oh, I have the chisel. Yeah, I have the chisel and I have wool.
And you.
Is that all I need?
You need one bit.
Yeah, I got a bit.
So there you go.
I need a crafting thingy.
There's a crafting table up there. Okay, I guess I should get started on my wee house. So draw region. I don't know how big I'm supposed to make this. Oh no, I broke it. You can't undo this. Oh god. Maybe, how do I place things? Oh. Okay.
I have no reason to.
Oh, it's just like a cooldown thing, I guess. And then... Like little stairs up to my house.
Excuse me.
Yeah.
Do you have any food?
Oh gosh. I've got some apple cores.
Yeah, thank you. 'Cause
Yeah, no problem.
I'm out. I had to eat garbage. I had to resort to eating garbage from the garbage rat.
What's garbage?
It's disgusting. Don't eat it. Don't ever eat it.
Okay.
Bad.
I'll take your word for it. I don't know. I'm playing around with this. I've never. It's been a while. I used to like dig into trees and stuff like that, so this is a bit new for me.
Oh. I mean, it's cool.
I mean, I guess I'm just trying to make some stairs.
Yeah. I mean, they look like stairs to me.
Yeah, thanks. I just learned what stairs are today, so I'm kind of new to this, if you ask me.
Yeah. Okay, well, I'm gonna go keep exploring the attic.
Okay, have
good luck
fun.
with your stairs.
Wait, and then
Thank you for the food.
yeah, no problem. Stairs. Okay, I think this looks like some stairs. Maybe I should back it up a little bit though, or maybe if I do our. Oh! Whoa. I did not mean to break that much. What about connected plane? Oh, okay. Look at that. That's so silly. Maybe if I do like a cube? Large cube? How big is a large cube? It's not large enough to how I'd like it. Maybe some railings? I could do some railings, chat. I wouldn't want my little fleas falling anywhere, I guess. I've got my spruce here. So maybe if I do our single bit. One. Oh no. Okay. 1, 2, I'm not very good at this, aren't I? You think I would be better at this, but no. I guess I need more spruce, so let me go grab some. Our connected plane. Or maybe just plain? Oh. Well, I guess I got some. I don't know really what that means. Flea safety comes first, so true. Let's try a single bit. Oh gosh, it looks like I broke some of my... Yeah, I'm gonna try making the 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. It's so hard to build when you are this small. I've never done this before. Like this, little rails like this, chat. Gotta make sure my fleas are safe. I don't know why everyone keeps saying that they're invasive or something. I feel like that's so rude to say. Wait, how come it lines up there, but then... Did I make 1, 2... Oof. You saw nothing, chat. You saw me not break that. Okay, and then this is the... Okay, so I think that's a nice little rail on one side. And then I can build... I'll get the hang of this eventually, I'm sure of it. Hello?
I hate to bother you again, but I heard you have the little things.
Oh yeah, I've got an extra chisel.
Oh, thank you.
I built some extra ones for people because it seemed like they needed them. But
Yeah,
you have to do me a favor. If you find any cobblestone, you have to bring it back here.
Oh, I have one here.
Oh, that's perfect. Because I can heat this up and make more chisels for people in the future. So thank you.
Oh, that's perfect. Awesome. Thank you.
No problem. Hello?
Well, this is impressive.
I don't really know what I'm doing. I'm just trying to build a little hole, but my fleas keep telling me that I need to have rail safety, so...
Oh, okay. I mean, honestly, it doesn't go anywhere.
Well, it will eventually. I mean, you could, you know, just thought like a little hole in the wall. You know, there used to be this like little saloon where I lived, and it was in like this really cool tree, and it dug right into the tree, but it didn't kill the tree, so it like was around the corner. It was really interesting. I like little hole in the wall places like that, so I just thought to myself that I'd go to the corner.
I like that. I like that. Also, you can see everything coming your way. It's a good defensive position.
Yeah.
Because some of these rats, they're wielding knives now. They're the really dangerous ones. But I'm not. No, I'm not. I'm not. But I could be.
Well, I could be a very dangerous rat. You don't know that.
No, you're not. You're not a dangerous rat.
What?
Look at you, just there a little bit of wood. You're all good.
Well, yeah. I mean, the rats keep calling me a wood rat, which I don't know if that's like a rude term or not, but...
I don't know. Yeah, I'm not sure. Maybe it implies that you're more feral and less domesticated than we are. I'm not too sure.
Well, it seems like it. I mean, meanwhile, one of them's over. He's got this fancy British accent. He's pronouncing all his words so perfectly, and I'm like, well, he must have been a pet or something like that.
Oh, which one's that? What kind of hair has he got?
He's purple.
Oh yeah, purple guy. Yeah. The waistcoat, quite tall.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he'll say big words. They often don't mean anything.
That's good, because I don't know very well English.
Yeah, me saming too.
Nice.
By good. By good,
I guess. Draw region. Ooh. Can I fit in this? I think I can. So wait, maybe if I do connected plane. Oh. This just went straight into it, didn't it? Oh. I tend to break a little bit more than I mean to. How do I do, like, plane? Maybe I'll just stick to draw region, because this seems a little bit hard. Hello?
Nice.
I don't know what I'm doing.
So far, I like your stack.
Thank you. I'm thinking about making a place for my fleas, because they keep asking for something, so...
Got fleas?
Do you not? Oh. Maybe it's a good point that people keep saying that I'm weird.
No, you seem perfectly lovely. Don't affect anyone, okay?
Okay. Oh gosh. Did not mean to do that.
Oh my gosh, you're really gonna stunt on us, aren't you?
What?
This is amazing.
Well, I just built a little hole.
Yeah, but the staircase. Damn it!
It's just
I should not have invited you.
What do you mean you shouldn't have invited me?
This is too good.
What does that mean?
I feel like a fool.
It's so hard to build when you're so small.
Yeah.
I'm struggling so hard.
Dang it! I'm gonna have to up my game. Dang it.
I've never used this version of Chisel.
Was that you're out of Chisel?
No, I've never used this version of it.
Oh, I see. Yeah, it's pretty weird, huh?
It's a bit different than what I'm used to.
Yeah. Wait.
Gotta replace like everything manually. Like a little trim. Oh, that's the wrong block.
Sniff,
Yeah?
do you have more chisels?
I do.
Oh, may I have one, please?
Here.
Thank you so much.
It's a little used, sorry.
Oh, that's fine.
I'm out of chisels though, so if anyone else is asking.
I'll just share.
Yeah, also I can make them if you bring me cobblestone.
Okay. I'll try. Beck, I got one.
Oh, yay. Let's,
I feel so alone over here. I'm not gonna lie. Maybe I should have invited more people to live over here.
Oh. No, that's okay. It restricts movement.
What are we making? I don't know. I don't know, chat, what we're making. I'm making a home for myself. And us, technically, since you guys are supposed to be my fleas. Maybe I can break this? Wait. I need to place, I kind of want one of those lanterns. I kind of prefer that to the torches, just in case something burns. Let's see if I can get up there. Ooh, okay. Maybe if I... Come on. Maybe if I break this? And then I can stack it? Come on. Whoa! Ah! The things I bloody do for lanterns.
Very low now. I am very weak. One stab of that modern character's knife and I'll be who is that? Are you crouching? Are you hiding from me?
No!
Hello? Hi there! Are you... I think we met earlier. Pleasure to make your acquaintance. You want to shake hands? That's what my old pappy always used to teach me.
No, I think I'm good. I don't think I do. I really
You're
like
not
to.
talking.
I don't. No, I don't really think
Would
I
you
like
a
to.
bit of carpet? I found this. My gift.
Thank
to
you. Oh, you took it back.
I took it back. That's
Do you think you could help me reach that lantern up there?
that lantern up there. I found that it's a struggle to break anything unless you have a do you have a pickaxe?
No.
Well, I can show you the technique if you come downstairs at some point. I'll trade you it for food because I'm half a heart and I will perish.
Oh, here I've got some apple cores.
You got garbage? You didn't have. You could have saved that for yourself. I appreciate the charity. I still need two more food bars worth. You have any more garbage?
Just a little bit.
The carrot top, the best part. What's your name, huh?
I'm Sniff.
Pleasure to meet you. My brother was called Twitch. It's a very similar one-syllable name. I like that.
Yeah. Well, my brother's name is Taste, and my sister's name is C. So.
Tasty.
No, Taste and C.
Tasty.
No, they were not.
I'm getting what?
What's your name? I guess
you clearly had a sad past as well. Hi,
what?
I'm Ollie. Pleasure to meet you.
Yeah, you left me to die for the spiders. Don't trust this man.
I didn't.
You did.
I didn't leave you to die. I did. Yeah, well, everyone's leaving me. Everyone's.
Oh,
okay.
I'm already.
Snifferish, just the rat I was looking for.
Yeah.
You said you like mushrooms, right?
Yeah, I do.
I'm not high enough.
Oh, another one.
The ones that you found. Yeah. There you go.
Do you? Okay. Do you have a pick of iron or whatever it's called, or a pick of axe or something? The other rats mentioned it. Well, you see those lights up there?
Yeah.
I really want one.
1 second. This thing?
Huh?
This?
No. The lantern-looking one. I don't want to have an open flame in my house in case it burns down.
So you want a lantern?
Yeah.
That's a problem.
Why?
Because they're really high up and I could fall.
Well, I've already tried once.
Here.
Like, and then I went like this way. And then I went like.
You got this. Oh.
I don't think. Oh, wait, I can break it very slowly. Oh, come on. Did you get it?
Huh? No, I didn't. I think we just broke it.
Oh, come on.
Here, 1 second. I think I know how to do this.
Maybe it's because I broke it with my fist. Yeah, you don't get a lantern if you break it with your fist. Well, that would have been nice to know, Fleas, earlier.
Up.
Ow!
Here you go.
Oh, thank you!
I got it.
Did you just have to use your pickaxe?
Yeah, I broke the chain. And then
Oh!
it just, like, crumbled downwards.
That's better. Well, look, now I've got light in my house, so this is so much better.
Oh my
Wait,
God.
can I hang it from the ceiling?
It's like the size of us.
I know, but it provides so much more light. Wait, here, let me try something.
Well, there you go.
Oh, did you just break it from the...
With a pickaxe, yeah.
Okay, I think I've got one of those now.
You got it down. Good stuff.
Yeah, maybe I should just place this a little bit higher, though.
Like, I mean, this is already like at least a 10-centimeter ceiling.
Yeah, but like that way it's like not in the way. Ooh.
It's cute in here.
And then I can do...
Hey!
Who's
Do you
here?
want a mission with me?
What's
Oh, what's a mission?
I'm thinking if we listen, okay. No one has any chisels, and we need andesite to do that. So what if we made a
Well, you can heat up cobblestone too. That's what I've been doing. Yeah.
Oh, you can use normal stone?
Yeah.
I like the mission idea though.
Okay, I was gonna say we should go down to the basement and mine some from the ground.
Ooh.
But
that sounds like a journey. I want to go.
What's the basement?
Eloise, you can use smooth cooked cobblestone as a chisel. Oh, you go on.
I'll let you go. I already have an iron
I told
one.
you.
Never mind then.
Oh, okay. Fair enough.
Okay, well, I'm gonna keep looking for a place to live.
I don't know how to do this.
Do what? Oh.
Oh. Okay, well that's just a whole block. Oh!
Oh. That's nice.
There we go. Much more light than before.
Okay, well, I'll leave you to it. Have a good building adventure.
Thanks. Okay, so plane there, maybe? And then we can break this. I kind of want it to look like home. You know? That's not what I wanted to do. But I did it anyways. I guess I'm just gonna build this back. Interesting. Oh, it's like no one knows. That's cool. Can I break this though? That's a good question. No way. Oh. My home. It's probably somewhere over there. I guess I could technically leave, but I don't know. I don't know, it kind of seems like everyone here needs me, if I'm being honest. So maybe I should just, yeah, I'll stay here. I'll just be my little balcony. I don't think I will, jump. I don't think that's a very good idea. Oh, God. Okay, let's see if I can continue to make my lovely little home. I think if I break this, I can replace it. I can have a lovely plank flooring. And I will do the same. Can I make a window, maybe? Would that be a smart idea? I feel like I should probably place the brick back. Oops, I did not mean to do that. Draw region. And then I will break this as well. Look at me go. I'm such a talented rat. And I've got so much space. I think I should get some like Here, let me see if I can break this to make it all even. I like tall ceilings. They make me feel more like I'm outside, I think. And that makes me happy. Let's see if I can maybe design a window, I guess. Draw a region and then break all that. And I guess it probably would be preferable if this matched. So I could break this. Is this that weird stuff that they were looking for? Oh, I cannot reach that high up, can I? I need like a little step ladder. Oh. My bad. Hello? I thought I heard someone. Let's try this. R plane. Nice. Okay, so I guess it's window time. What's like a good size window? I could make like a really tall window. I could make it like arched. Like this. Ooh, that's pretty. I like that idea.
There's someone crouching over here.
I'm not crouching.
Oh, it's you again.
I'm just
God,
building.
We keep bloody coming across each other. God, you seem to know how to use this. You're good at gnawing at the walls, huh?
Yeah,
You got big teeth, huh? Spiky.
Okay, well, I don't think you need to point out the size of my teeth, buddy, but...
Oh, you got a balcony and everything. This is prime real estate.
Yeah, honestly, I went out here and then for a second I thought about leaving, but,
Yeah, I think from this height you would fall. That's how my grandmother went.
Oh,
it was
gosh.
A big drop.
Well, also, if I'm being honest, it just kind of seems like everyone needs my help, so...
So far, yeah, I'd say so. I mean, you have fed me once, and you've shown me the power of a good pair of teeth, which I gotta say, I respect.
Yeah, well, also, it seems like everyone needs help building the bits.
Yeah, I currently have this to gnaw at the walls with, but I keep placing torches.
Oh, that's not good.
Yeah, I keep doing it.
I think I'm gonna need another bit bag soon, actually, I think.
What's a bit bag? Is that what you call your pouch?
Yeah. You need it to hold stuff.
Oh, I got my big hands for that. Big hands for rummage. Did you just see that star? That was beautiful.
What?
Must be another meteor shower. There was a meteor shower when I first came out of the garbage.
I think they're just stars, but...
Oh. Well, you got these specific shaders on. you see a shooting star. Do you have any food?
No, actually, I'm all out. I'm just gonna go get some soon, but I just got so distracted with building.
I understand. I'll bring you in if I ever need an interior decorator.
Thank you.
Pleasure. Do you know the way downstairs? Because I still haven't found the way downstairs.
Oh, yeah, I do. Wait, here, follow me.
You're so kind. What a kind individual.
So, where are you from?
I'm from Sheffield. It's in North England.
You don't sound English.
This is the North English accent. You've clearly never been outside of London.
Well, I'm not...
Where are you?
I'm literally right...
Right here's the exit.
Oh, I see it. This is beautiful. Thank you so much.
We should probably make like a marker or something here so that everyone knows.
It would be great to have... I can place some torches around it if you'd like, if that would help. Hold on.
Yeah, I think that would help.
There's one. Here's... I got a little arm.
Oh gosh, this is so hard. Okay. And then... I think I need to get up here, maybe? Okay, so there's one part of the window. But then... Wish I could copy things. What's happening? I just woke up. Well, you see, I'm a little rat guy, and I'm just building. I'm just a little builder. I'm trying to build a home for myself. This is good. I guess I should go find some glass or something, but I also simultaneously really need to get another bit bag. You see, I've got so much stuff here. Maybe I could place a barrel. Oh, dust. Here, I'll see if I can place my extra bits in here. wish I could make like a door or something, because I don't really know if I want people coming in all the time. Here, sniffs. I think that's kind of cool. I really do just like looking outside. I wonder if there's like food in the garden. If we could farm things. Oh wait, there's more stuff over here. Oh shoot, there's like a whole rooftop. Do you think, chat, that we could farm things out here? Or do you think they'd notice? I don't really think they would. I don't think, I mean, if nobody comes to the attic, then... I should consider it. Maybe I'll show Scott it tomorrow. Or something like that. Okay, and then get rid of this. You guys like my tiny builds? Rooftop gardens, hide your shrooms there? Are we hiding from someone? Yeah, there's like these humans that live in this house that all of us tiny rats are in. And they don't seem to be super friendly, if I'm being honest. I mean, they caught my friends and then they put them in a cage. And that's not very nice if you ask me, so... You know, I am curious more about that, that olive rat person. Olive? I didn't quite catch...
Good with the bits.
Hello?
Bonjour?
Who's there?
I can't even see you. Oh my... Sniff, that is the cutest thing I've ever seen in my life. Oh my gosh.
Hello?
What is this?
Come inside.
Oh my gosh. Oh. What is this?
I don't believe we've met before.
Oh, I'm Jimmy the safety rat. Hi.
Safety rat?
Yeah. You see my high vis? You see it?
Your...
My little jacket, my little yellow jacket.
Yeah, what does that mean?
It just means that I'm the guy that is always gonna keep you safe.
Oh, that's very kind of you.
Yeah. What's your speciality?
Well, I like to brew things and I like mushrooms.
Oh, wow. Gee, have you got any? Have you got any of that stuff?
Yeah, right here.
Wait, you've already got... Where did you get those?
Well, someone gave one to me and then I found one in the house. I'm not gonna lie, I have a bit of a problem with taking things.
Oh, that is... Oh, wait, you've got a little balcony as well.
Well,
oh
actually,
come
out here. I was gonna show Scott this tomorrow, but if you look over there, it seems like there's a garden in this house.
Oh my gosh, there does. Wait, how did you... I don't even know how you would get back up though, right?
I don't know. I feel like there probably has to be like an exit or something. But then come over here. There's like a huge space.
Oh my gosh.
And I was thinking that maybe if the hunter people, they don't really come up here a lot. So maybe we just need to start our own farm.
Yes.
This
could be like our little area. Yeah.
I feel like this would be perfect for, I think Scott's his name.
Yeah. He's a little farmer. Yeah.
Yeah. But I don't know if we're allowed up here, to be honest.
Yeah, we might be trespassing right now.
we just gotta figure out how often the humans come up here to see if it's an okay space to build things.
True, you are right. Have you been all the way to the end?
No, I've been scared. It's so dark.
All right, I'm gonna go check it out. I'm gonna go.
Okay, I'm gonna keep building my window. Scary. This is very scary. I should probably build like an exit or something so I don't accidentally trap Jimmy outside. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. Not me just breaking more than I need. I'll make it work. Wait, no, because right there it's 3. It's so hard to aim my cursor with such tiny paws.
I like this house. Whoa!
Hello.
Got a little balcony.
Well, yeah, I was gnawing at the wall like you know you do. I just found it.
That's so nice. Very pretty.
Thank you. I gotta make sure that there's an exit for... Nice. And then maybe I can like do this and draw more regions. Just basically need to create a way to get back outside. Okay, so there is a way out there, just in case. I don't want to trap Jimmy out there. You gonna make the walls even? Yes, of course. I need to find some glass, though, don't I? I mean, I guess I could technically take from the windows, but I don't know if that's right. But again, who am I to say what's right, what's wrong at this point? Here, I'm gonna store some bits in here, because I've got too many. It is very pretty out here. Oh, can I not get back in? Oh no. Come on. Come on, Sniff. Woo! There we go. I did it! I did it! Yeah. This is so cute. Stairs outside. Yeah, I'll probably have to at some point. But honestly, my... Here, let me mute. My little fleas, I think I'm gonna call it a day here. And then I want to do... I want to do a stream where I build my house. So there's someone there. I want to do... Hello?
Wait, that's the door. That's
yeah, I made an area for you to get back in because I was worried. Sorry.
Conclusion, not very safe. Not very safe out there.
Was there a human?
No humans, just little places you can fall off.
Oh God, be careful then.
But no humans, no humans. This is the cutest house ever. Oh my gosh.
I'm.
How did you even make stairs? That's crazy.
You just have you never gnawed at things before?
Yeah. No, I haven't really. No.
Oh well, I would love to. If I could just get back home, I could find my photographs. I used to love making little art, like little wood sculpture art.
Wow, really?
Yeah.
Did you win any awards?
No.
No awards.
We don't really. I mean, it was just my family that lived there, so you know.
Were they good at it as well, or?
There's a few. My brother kind of was good at it, but only if I helped him out. So I don't know. The others keep calling me a wood rat, so I feel like maybe I'm just good at with the wood stuff.
Yeah. It looks amazing. It looks
Thank
incredible.
you. I think it's quite cute.
Yeah, it's very cute. It's very cute. Right, I'm gonna go choose my little space as well. All right,
Yeah.
I'll catch you in a little bit.
Yeah, let me know if you need any help or anything.
I will. Thank you.
Probably gonna take a lie down though, so. Oh, what kind people. Oh, okay. Anyways, yeah, chat. I think I'm gonna go for now, and I want to do a stream where I build my house because I feel like that would be so cool. But to anyone who showed up today, thank you, and I hope that you liked this stream. Wait here, let me disconnect, and then I'll go to. I hope that you guys liked the stream. This was so fun, and this has to be one of the most unique concepts that I've ever seen for an SMP. So thank you so much. I'm gonna probably be posting a little bit more about RatsSMP, like just on my alt Twitter and stuff like that. So if you guys want to like learn more about the character, here, wait, let me check something right now. Let me mute myself. I'm gonna raid Olive. Yeah. Our rats are yet to meet, but they're going to chat. They will eventually. They will eventually meet and be little guys together. Alright. Sif, I'm drawing fan art of RatsSMP. Thank you, that's so kind. I really appreciate that. Okay, well, bye-bye, chat. Bye-bye.